Redefining 70 is the start of a health revolution, something that no one has ever experienced. We can live to be 120, 130. It's a scientific fact. And now we have the quality of life. We no longer have to look at our biological age. It's a lot about functional age. How we function, how we optimize ourselves to be and feel like we're in our 60s when we're actually 120.
The whole concept behind stem cell therapy is that it's synergizing with your body's natural ability to heal. You want to heal in harmony with your repair system. And what that means is there's basically two systems that keep us alive on the planet. There's your defense system, which we call the immune system, which is mostly white blood cells. And anything that gets past the defense system and causes damage would then have to be repaired. And then your second system kicks in, which is your repair system, which is stem cells. And they're little primitive cells. They don't look like any other kind of cell. They're just little round, they look like frisbees, little round discs. They have the ability to form other cells in many lineages. They can form cartilage, muscle, nerve, all kinds of different cells can be formed. But they're much more complicated than that. They're not just little building blocks that can become other tissues. They actually have special hormonal functions where they can secrete signaling molecules to affect repair on other cells close by without even becoming those cells. So they have some really magical properties. And that's how we've been on the planet for all these millions of years, is that we've been able to repair ourselves. And to the extent we can repair ourselves, we are alive. We avoid disease and death. I believe that it's not unrealistic to extend human lifespan by decades. And I think everybody should look at their pension plan and consider that they may be drawing on it for 40 or 50 years instead of just a few years.
Stem cells are really amazing because they've been around forever, long before we ever invented medicine, yet now we can actually figure out a way to take your own stem cells, give them back to you in large quantities, and actually improve healing.
The gentleman we're working on today, even though he's 97 years old, he's actually been incredibly healthy his whole life until recently, where he had a stroke and it's resulted in some balance problems. His wife brought him in because she wants to do anything she can to optimize his health and extend his lifespan. In a case like that, we would be giving the final product intravenously. When you give it intravenously, you're relying on the cell's homing ability, which means they're smart. They naturally find damage, they'll seek it out. So whatever is damaged or diseased or degenerated, the cells will automatically go to those locations. We don't always know exactly what we're gonna get. We may improve the symptoms, we may not, but we're trying to optimize. A lot of people do wellness treatments. Even if there's nothing wrong with them, they'll come in and get like an anti-aging wellness treatment.
Like a preventative maintenance.
It's preventative maintenance. And actually that works really well, we believe. Wouldn't it make sense to try to repair your cells on a regular basis before you have large numbers of cells suffering and then eventually you get organ damage? So the concept behind anti-aging is to repair the cells a little at a time, and it's the same on your car. I mean, if you started replacing little parts as they broke down, your car's you wouldn't have to buy a whole new car. You know, every few years you might be able to go much longer. Taking stem cells out of fat, which is by dumb luck, they just happen to be in your fat at about 1,000 times the concentration that they're found in bone marrow. We've always known they're in bone marrow. People have been taking them out of bone marrow since the 1940s for bone marrow transplantation for cancer. So we always thought that's the only place you can get stem cells. But we found out serendipitously that they're in fat in super high numbers. And if you can get them and free them up and then redeploy them into another part of the body, in other words, put them in high numbers, put them into a damaged area, you can help shift the healing equilibrium by making a lot of these stem cells available for repair all at once.
You know, you'll hear the FDA say, well, we think stem cells are a drug because the way you get them, you have to take them apart, separate them from your body, do something unusual, and now it's a drug. I go, no, they're my own cells. There's no drug on the planet that works the way stem cells can work.